When I heard the news on TV about the economy slowing down, I never thought it would affect Jid, his friend, who had only opened a clothing shop a few months earlier. Before that, I had already heard Jid complaining nonstop about the rent in the shopping mall. It was so expensive it almost made him faint. On top of that, the tailor he worked with was a true artist type. He only worked when inspiration struck, so every piece took forever. Customers couldn't wait anymore and ended up canceling one by one. I went to help Jid pack up on the very last day. As I looked at the decorations and equipment around the shop, I couldn't help feeling a deep sense of regret. I guess this place just isn't meant to be, Jid said. I was surprised. What, you're not going to keep selling clothes anymore? Jid shook his head. No, I'm done, he said. There's no way forward anymore. He didn't explain anything beyond that. While we were carrying the essential items into the car, I glanced to the side and noticed a mannequin covered with a cloth. Out of curiosity, I pulled the cover off. It was a beautiful female mannequin, with jet black hair and delicate features, almost like a Japanese girl. Her skin was pale and flawless, so lifelike it barely felt artificial. I immediately fell in love with it. Hey Jed, I said. This mannequin is gorgeous. You're not using it anymore, right? Can I have it? I saw Jid flinch slightly before turning to look at me. What do you want it for? He asked. Why don't you just give it to one of the shops around here? They could actually use it. No way, I replied firmly. I really like it. I just thought of something interesting. Come on, let me have it, buddy. After that, I loaded the mannequin into my car and took it home. Jid looked uneasy, as if he wanted to say something, but in the end, he stayed silent and said nothing more. Because theft was common around my neighborhood, the moment I saw the mannequin, a mischievous idea crossed my mind. I dressed the beautiful mannequin in a long white nightgown. I brushed its jet black hair straight down, letting it cover the unfamiliar face, making it look just like a Japanese ghost from The Ring. I laughed to myself, thoroughly pleased with the idea. After that, I mixed some red paint with water and splashed it onto the white fabric, leaving dark, uneven stains that looked disturbingly like fresh blood. As evening approached, I carried the mannequin outside and stood it upright in the corner of the small shrine beside my house. The plan was simple. I would leave it there just for the night, using it to scare off thieves who liked to break into houses around the area, and maybe frighten a few neighbors for fun as well. I would come back and remove it in the morning. After setting everything up, I walked back inside, but before closing the door, I turned to look at the mannequin one last time, just to make sure it was placed properly. Even then, I couldn't help flinching. It was genuinely terrifying. Yeah, even I scared myself, I muttered. From a distance, in the dim light, this thing must look seriously creepy. Before closing the door, the young man turned back and spoke softly to the mannequin. Help me play the ghost tonight, okay, pretty girl? That night he played video games and went to bed as usual, completely forgetting about the beautiful mannequin he had dressed up and left beside the house. Half asleep, half awake, he thought he heard a sound, as if someone were knocking on something outside, but he was too drowsy to care, and soon drifted back into sleep. In the morning, he hurried outside to bring the terrifying mannequin back into the house before the neighbors came out and started yelling. After that, he went about his day as usual, greeting people here and there around the neighborhood. Tom, a neighbor rushed over to him the moment she saw him. Did you hear anything strange last night? No, not really, Tom replied. Do you know the security guard from the village was rushed to the hospital? She said. The doctor said he was so frightened that he went into shock. People are saying he saw a ghost. Tom's heart dropped into his stomach. Could it be? The security guard had been doing his late-night patrol and stumbled across that horrifying Japanese-style mannequin beside his house. What terrible karma. But then the neighbor continued. And it wasn't just the security guard. They saw it all over the village, she said. Last night, right around midnight, people heard a knock, knock, knock. When they opened their doors and windows to look, everyone who saw it said the same thing. They saw a woman with long hair, wearing a white dress stained with blood, wandering around our neighborhood. No one dared to leave their houses until morning. A chill ran through Tom's entire body, His hands and feet turned ice cold. This was far too much to be a coincidence. Still, he tried to think positively. Maybe someone had stumbled upon the mannequin beside his house, panicked, and then spread a rumor just to mess with him. Feeling both brave and terrified at the same time, Tom hurried back inside his house and looked for the beautiful mannequin he had secretly placed near the door. It was gone. Then, as his eyes slowly scanned the room, he nearly fell backward in shock. The beautiful mannequin, dressed in the bloodstained white gown, was sitting comfortably on the sofa, and it was facing him. His whole body trembled as he saw her lips curl into a smile, as if she were happy. He could swear that yesterday, it definitely had not been smiling. Panicking, Tom frantically grabbed his phone and car keys and ran out of the house. He hired workers to help haul the mannequin away and dump it far, far from his home. After that, he went to make merit at a temple, something he hadn't done in years, until his heart finally felt at ease. Only then did he return home, late in the evening. Afterward, he called Jid, his troublesome friend. "I tried to warn you from the very beginning," Jid said quietly. "I told you not to take it." Jid's voice softened through the phone. "You just assumed my shop failed, and that's why I closed it," he said quietly. "Did you ever actually ask me why I shut it down?" Hearing that, Tom's heart sank, and a surge of anger rose at the same time. "Well, if you'd told me even once that the mannequin was possessed, I would never have taken it," Tom snapped. "What kind of friend does something like this and doesn't say a word?" "I didn't have a choice," Jid replied, almost pleading. "I hired people to throw it away so many times, but every night, it always came back to the same place. Someone told me the only way was to pass it on to someone else. Someone who asked for it willingly. Only then would it accept a new owner." He paused, then continued softly, "And you were the first person who ever asked for it." Overwhelmed by both anger and fear, Tom ended the call abruptly. He was already thinking about running off to stay at another friend's house, anywhere but here. Then he heard the neighbors' doors slam shut one after another, bang, bang, bang. Before he could move, another sound followed. It was like the sharp tapping of plastic heels striking the road, echoing through the village street, drawing closer and closer. Tap, tap, tap.
Drawn by BikiBaam. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, so you won't miss any of our new creative clips. Support our art journey with a super thanks. See you again in the next clip. Coming soon.